Migraine, I've been dizzy. I've had all my mucous membranes irritated. I haven't felt very well since then.
If the ground is poisoned, if the water's poisoned, it's not a farm anymore.
I think it's all contaminated from the train wreck. All the fish are dead.
Our lips and mouth started to burn. Our tongue started to swell up. It was like a stinging burn, and our eyes were watering, our eyes were burning, and we realized, we couldn't stay here.
What is your biggest concern?
That I'm going to get cancer and die.
Absolutely horrific. Those are residents of East Palestine, Ohio, and the surrounding areas opening up for reporters, talking about their fears for their health and safety and the health and safety of their families, their farms, and their pets after a train operated by Norfolk Southern derailed, exposing that community to toxic chemicals. One of the problems appears to be the growing with the toxic plume that is now moving down the Ohio River toward West Virginia, where officials there have said they're taking extra steps to monitor water quality. But residents of East Palestine and the surrounding areas remain very angry and scared and confused by the official response there. Residents had been told that it was safe to return to their homes and communities and that their water was safe to drink. But never mind that, they're now being advised to drink bottled water only. And Norfolk Southern has admitted that it does not know, has no idea how much of the chemicals have gotten into the soil there. Our next guest, Erin Brockovich, puts it this way, quote, a train derails, they tell the community to evacuate. They tell them to go home. They tell them everything's fine. Then they tell them, on second thought, don't drink the water. Hard to believe people are scared and confused. Joining us now, Erin Brockovich, consumer advocate, author of the Brockovich Report newsletter. She was instrumental in helping to sue utility giant PG&E for its contamination of the drinking water in a California town in the 90s. The story is the subject of a film. We're so glad to get to talk to you. Rick Stengel is still with us. Tell me how this got on your radar and how, with your expertise, you understand the situation to be unfolding and what is like a horror movie in real time for these people.
It does feel that way. Well, hi, Nicole, and I thank you for having me on. And how I got involved in this situation is how I get involved in so many environmental disasters throughout the country. Whenever there's a water contamination or an environmental issue, it kind of goes along with Erin Brockovich, the movie, so people will email me. So this train derailment happened February 3rd, as early as Friday, on the 4th. In the morning, I started getting emails from the community that, what was going on, their concerns, the misinformation they weren't getting. And here we are 12 days in, and we're still not getting the information. This community is getting more and more angry, more and more concerned, more and more fearful. And the frustration just got worse yesterday because we're creating such a distrust with this community and believing in what they're hearing. After everything, and even in the absence of enough testing, in my opinion, to even deem that it was safe for them to go home, they're now told we have a water issue and to drink bottled water. So I'm generally involved because the community will reach out to me when these situations happen.
Erin, you've got some very practical advice for people in the community. Will you talk about that?
What frustrates me the most, and listening to some of those people from East Palestine before I came on, just almost gets my heart racing and gets me very upset, because more often than not, we aren't listening to or paying attention to the very people that we should be. Those that were in harm's way, those that are living in it, breathing in it, experiencing it, and we're not learning or listening from them. Rather, the narrative will come from what an agency is telling them or who the defendant, in this case, Norfolk Railroad, and the testing that they're doing. And they want to believe in that, but their symptoms continue and they are worried. Their animals are dying. All of us are watching this unfold. What I want to say to them is you have got to use your best common senses. I can't share enough with you, Nicole, working across this country in these issues, especially with their moms. They know it's instinctual. I need them to stay with that because at this point, we're not getting the answers that we need. They need to stay strong as a community. They need to ask questions. They need to demand answers, and they need to rely on that instinct. If they don't feel safe, get out. If they don't feel safe coming home yet, don't go home. Heed the issues about drinking bottled water. And this is really important for people on their own private wells because they're going to have to do their own testing. So the most important thing that they can do, and I see them do it all the time, often, when they band together, when they stay as a community, they use that common sense, they listen to those instincts, they can protect themselves, even though there's an absence of data at this point.
Erin, we have the pictures up while you're talking of the plume of smoke. In all of your years of this work, is it ever safe to be standing where that plume of smoke is above your head?
No, and common sense would tell you that. And this is why they don't believe what's going on as this plume continues to go on. They're smelling it, they're tasting it. And this is something today that I became concerned about that I would really like to share with you.
Please.
We are focusing and hearing about the vinyl chloride. But there's another compound out there that they're not really sharing much about, and it's the butyl acrylate. So they're saying, and what we do know at this very moment, that the butyl acrylate has been detected outside of the containment area in the creeks headed for the rivers. What worries me about this chemical is that what they're not testing for, the additive to that chemical. That additive is benzene. We haven't been confirmed that they're testing for that, but that becomes another very large, big game changer. Are these people being exposed to benzene? If they are, we need to start doing blood draws immediately. And is that benzene headed to the Ohio River that's going to go to the Mississippi? We're going all the way down to Louisiana. They're prepared and they know it's coming to shut down their intake valves that will allow it to pass by, but it won't evaporate or absorb in the water. And so at this point, I'd really like to know that information because they need to start setting up booms as well. And communities need to be on higher alert about benzene. And we need to know. And that's the thing that's so maddening for me, our own agencies and the lack of information and data sets that are coming out that even put them in a position to deem it safe to come back. So the community needs to be on high alert and know what's happening and be prepared. And at this point, they're going to have to really protect themselves until we know for fact what is or isn't and what chemicals are or aren't in that community and burning in that plume.
Rick, you have a question for Erin?
Yes, Erin, thank you for your work on this. In 2015, Erin, there was a similar derailment in North Dakota, and the Obama administration passed regulations asking for electronic pneumatic brakes for trains that have this kind of material on it. That regulation was overturned by the Trump administration in 2018. I don't know if that would may have made a difference, but I wonder, you mentioned agencies, I wonder whether you have a view of that.
Well, I do. I mean, I've talked often about, infrastructure problems that exist throughout the country. And with the rail system, we have our own infrastructure problems. We need to look at that. We need to know why the train was derailed. And for me, what I worry about within the community, so as parallels are going on here and the focus of what's most important, the politics that can get involved, it just becomes so convoluted and such a fight that I don't want us to miss the focus of this community and this area of the massive groundwater contamination and destruction of our rivers that we could be looking at, the impacts to health and welfare. But yes, this conversation is going to be had, and it's going to be a political firestorm, if you ask me, about rules and regulations with the railroad industry, who knew what, failing infrastructures. And I think that we're going to have to look at that. But for me, and my focus is going to stay on this community, what they're not telling us, what I feel is being covered up, and the severity and the impact that this could be to public health and welfare, the land, the air, the soil, and our water.